What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to day 7. I'm really excited that it's almost already been a whole week because it's starting to get a little annoying having to be inside the house or on this balcony the whole time. But I'm very thankful that I have a balcony because I've literally been chilling out here pretty much all day. It's a beautiful 86 degrees outside. This morning, I had my breakfast out here, I had my coffee out here, and I read my spiritual book. And I learned a lot of really cool lessons from it, and there's one that I really found powerful and I want to read to you right now. I think that every time you find that strength to show your truest self, you risk showing that self that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. To be brave enough to break your own heart. Being brave enough to risk intimacy, to risk rejection, to risk failure. And all of the best things come when you do that. And sometimes you learn things the hard way, and you never forget it, do you? And so being brave enough to break your own heart is about being brave enough to make the decisions that end up being really right for you. And also brave enough sometimes to make a decision that wasn't the best one in the end. But you learn from it, and life goes on. Hard times will come, but you know what else will always come? A sunrise and a sunset. And so it's up to you. You want to be there for it? Be there. It's about perspective and gratitude, and those two things are so key to a happy life. I absolutely love that passage because I feel that so many of us are dealing with loneliness now, and especially me. I'm not afraid to admit it. I've been very lonely, not just throughout the quarantine, but just in general in life. And yes, I know that when I'm meant to meet the right one, she'll come, but that doesn't always help. So when we aren't afraid to be outgoing, and when we're not afraid to talk to someone new, when we're not afraid to risk being vulnerable, we're actually getting closer to meeting that person who is meant to come for us. Because if we're not open, if we don't try, we may miss them. One thing that has helped me significantly is the idea of fun feelings. So let's say I'm out at a bar, or I'm out at a park, or, it doesn't really matter where you are. But I find someone who I'm interested in. I think she's attractive and I want to go up and talk to her. But sometimes I get really insecure and everything just kind of shuts down. And I know that that isn't going to help me. So I envision this person, this ideal self, if you will. And I said, what would Fun Felix do? Fun Felix is the one that doesn't really care what people think. He's slightly tipsy and he just doesn't think. He just does something because he knows he wants to. Within reason, obviously. And if that person approaches or decides to approach, that means I should. And that's actually worked for me several times in the past. And that's something that I developed within a few months ago, and it really has tremendously changed how I live and how I approach everyday life. After I finished reading the passages and reflecting on them, I decided to go back inside because it was getting a bit warm. But I found out that within a few minutes of being inside, I immediately became more sad, instantaneously. The sun is shining on the balcony. Yes, it's warm, but it just made me feel better. So I walked right back outside. I brought my Jolly Ranchers with me because I love Jolly Ranchers. And I decided to look more into the fundamentals of investing, the very basics. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of it, but I don't feel like I've mastered it quite yet. So I started watching some videos, and then finally, I ordered a book by Benjamin Graham called The Intelligent Investor, and it finally came today. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be, but I'm excited to start reading it. Well, that book is definitely dense, but it's going to be a fun and tough read. It's about 6 o'clock now, so I'm going to turn my brain off, go watch some shows, drink some wine, and just relax. If you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up. Let me know what you guys are up to this weekend, what you've done, what put a smile on your face. And as always, be safe, be well, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow.